The real estate market of Bennington County has been an important driver and mirror of the area's broader economy for a long time, and after a period of sliding sideways, it's showing signs of renewed life and vigor. The glory days of 15 or so years ago, when houses and properties were being snapped up seemingly as quickly as they could be listed, may not be here again, but indicators like average selling price, the number of days a property is on the market, and the difference between an asking price and what a property eventually will sell for are moving in positive directions. Dave Citron, a real estate agent and co-owner of RE/MAX Four Seasons, an agency based in Manchester, said he was seeing an uptick in the market, although there needs to be a greater increase in demand before home prices will rise significantly.
It's definitely an active market. There are a lot of buyers out there looking, and there are a lot of deals that are getting done. Essentially, the past 12 months have been flat compared to the previous year. But if you look 2 years back, we're up about 10% in terms of the number of sales and 8% or so in terms of prices. The past 12 months over 2 years ago. Right now in Bennington County, there are 567 houses for sale on the market. Over the past 12 months, 488 houses have sold. So that gives us about a 14-month supply of houses currently on the market. That's good. 12 months or so will give you kind of a stable market, but you're not going to see price appreciation with that much supply still out there.
An important reason for that was the perception of quality educational opportunities around the Northshire, he said.
One of the big drivers we hear over and over again is Burton. We're very fortunate to have such a good school in our area, and any of the towns that are sending towns for BBA definitely get a bump from families moving into the area specifically for that school.
Another reason driving sales volume may be a political factor. Potential homebuyers are being drawn to Vermont by a Bernie factor, said Lynn Rawson of Four Seasons Sotheby. She felt that there was definitely some positive indicators and evidence.
Absolutely. 2015 and 16 were slower years, and we're definitely seeing an increase as it's going up. And this year, we're having a really good year this year. I think it has a lot to do with the general economy, although I have had some buyers come up and recommend their friends, and due to the political situation in our country, some of them are coming up because they want to live in the state of Bernie Sanders. So we are seeing that. Bernie is bringing people to our state.
Both said that the most active sector of the real estate market around here was in the lower end of the property price range. Homes priced for $500,000 to $600,000 or less generate more potential interest in buyers than homes priced more expensively than that. Overall, she's optimistic, she said.
The largest number of listings is in the price range of $375,000 to $399,000. And they're staying on the market about 236 days. That's an average. There's, I would say Manchester and Dorset are very strong markets. It has to do with the schools. So we'll have to see how Act 46 impacts all of that and if it makes a change. Sunderland is still a good market as well. Arlington is a good market. There are some beautiful homes on the market right now in Arlington, and they seem to be selling well.
Over at TPW Real Estate, owner Paul W. Carocchio noted that commercial real estate, not just residential sales, were poised for a rebound after a soft period following the economic recession that began in 2008.
Inside of the commercial, you've got industrial, retail, hospitality, so there's a lot of different buckets. And what I'm seeing there is each market has different strengths and weaknesses. Manchester has been primarily a retail hospitality market, while Bennington has been more of an industrial market. Rutland has a mix of everything, Rutland County. But for Manchester, the retail market, we've improved on our vacancy rate, leasing up spaces, and in fact there's quite a bit of stuff in the pipeline that we have that's coming out for occupancy in the fall of 2018, early 19. I know some of the other agents and landlords have their own things going on, so my guess is that we'll see the vacancy rate continue to drop, which will start to force those rates, rental rates, back up. We definitely went down quite a bit in the last 10 or 12 years through the recession, and with the added kind of fallout of the retail, quote, Amazon effect. But I think Manchester has done a great job filling that back in with boutique stores and restaurants.
When it came to home buying, availability of high-quality education was a major factor, he said. The story is similar up in the mountain towns, said Allison Cummings of TPW, who is the managing broker in their Stratton office, as well as the current president of the Vermont Association of Realtors.
We're seeing a pretty good uptick in the real estate in the mountain towns right now. The real estate, the number of contracts, certainly the number of lookers. Quite a few condos are under contract, a lot have closed in the last couple of months. So we're seeing a lot of people who are coming to get their piece of Vermont for under $200,000. So that's a big cross-section of our purchasers right now. So anything that's in the 150 to 250 range, we're seeing a lot of activity on. We're also seeing a good number of part-time buyers. We have a lot of vacation homeowners up here in Vermont, and a lot of people just getting into the market now, or some people are selling what they have and upgrading to new stuff or bigger stuff because the prices are so good.
An improving economy and moderate interest rates may indicate that this is a good time to consider a sale, but potential sellers should be realistic about what their homes and properties will sell for, real estate agents we spoke to said. Huge returns on investments are unlikely, but properties are selling if priced appropriately. A big jump in housing prices would require a spurt in population growth, and therefore more demand, but that surge isn't apparent here yet. At some point, the cost of living in urban areas like New York or Boston or San Francisco may spark interest among 20, 30, or 40-year-olds in buying a house and property in Vermont in an echo of the back-to-the-land phenomenon of the 1960s and 70s. But so far, there's not an overabundance of evidence about that. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.